Greenlandic. Qeqertarsuaq is a port and town in Qaasuitsup municipality, located on the south coast of Disko Island on the west coast of Greenland. Founded in 1773, the town is now home to a campus of the University of Copenhagen known as Arctic Station. Qeqertarsuaq is the Kalaallisut name for Disko Island and is also now used for several other islands on Greenland in Qaasuitsup, including those formerly known as Upernavik and Herbert Island. In 2013, the town had 845 inhabitants. The remainder of the population of the island lives in the Qalaallisut settlement, a few hours by boat to the northwest. Geography. The total area of Disko Island and its satellite islands northwest of the northern coast and Qeqertarsuaq on the southwest coast at the mouth of Disko Fjord is 9,700 square kilometers. Blaisdell Valley is to the north of the town. Qalaallisut is the location where researchers found a galloping glacier in 1999 that moves up to 100 meters a day. History. Traces of settlement between 5,000 and 6,000 years ago have been found at Qeqertarsuaq. The settlers were Paleo-Eskimos wandering south. During the 18th century, the first whalers came to Qeqertarsuaq, where they found a suitable anchorage. The town was founded as Godhavn by the whaler Sven Sandgren in 1773. The name was sometimes anglicized as Guthaven and the settlement was also known as Livli. It served as the northernmost point in the enforcement of the Danish rights to whaling in the region. Whaling has been of great importance to the town over the past 2 centuries. Hunting and fishing are still the primary occupations for the island's inhabitants. From an early date, Godhavn shared the administration of Greenland with Godthåb. Godhavn served as the capital for North Greenland while Godthåb directed South Greenland. In 1862, a new law on municipalities was passed and the so-called directions were introduced in Greenland. The primary task of the directions was the administration of the means set apart for social purposes, support for widows, orphans, and others in need. The directions also functioned as inferior courts in case of theft and other petty crimes. The directions also took active part in the fight against the spreading of distemper. In Godhavn, they founded a kayak school for boys and a sewing school for girls. The councils of northern and southern Greenland were summoned to a meeting in Godhavn on the 3rd of May 1940. Following this meeting, administration for the entire island was concentrated in Godthåb. The chief administrative office was abolished in 1950 at the establishment of the National Council of Greenland. With the end of government positions in town, the local economy focused more directly on hunting and fishing. On the 1st of January 2009, the former Qeqertarsuaq municipality was merged into the new Qaasuitsup municipality. Tourism. Many of the flat basaltic mountains found on Disko Island are covered with perpetual snow. The largest is called Qeqertarsuaq. Qeqertarsuaq is situated rather far from the coast and is difficult to reach in the summer. Lingmarksbreen is much smaller, covering only about 10 kilometers, but can be reached more easily in a few hours' walk. From Lingmarksfjeld, a panoramic view of Disko Bay allows viewers to see the icebergs at Kalaallisut almost 100 kilometers away. Qeqertarsuaq has a dog sled rental transport. During the winter, Air Greenland operates air services from Qeqertarsuaq Heliport to Kalaallisut, Qaasuitsup, and Qaasuitsup. When the waters of Disko Bay are navigable during summer and autumn, the heliport is closed and communication between settlements occurs only by sea via Diskoline. The ferry links Qeqertarsuaq with Kalaallisut, Qaasuitsup, Qaasuitsup, and Qaasuitsup. Notable current former residents: Rasmus Lerdorf, creator of the computer programming language PHP. Sister cities: Qeqertarsuaq, Iceland. Population, with 843 inhabitants in 2014, Qeqertarsuaq is the smallest town in the Qaasuitsup municipality. The population has decreased by more than 22% relative to the 1990 levels and by nearly 15% relative to the 2000 levels.